Hello everybody, welcome to this game in the Strat-O-Matic Demolition League 2015. We are at matchup number 4 of Series 8 between the Red Sox and the Giants from, I guess it was called AT&T Park back in 2015, not 100% sure. But John Farrell and Bruce Bochy will try to match wits. And coming into this game, Boston is 12-9. Giants are struggling at 6-15, trying to turn it around. They do get Buster Posey off the injured list, so that's a positive sign for them. Starting pitchers for today's game, you can see that they're Tim Hudson and Eduardo Rodriguez. There will be no DH because we are playing in the National League Park. So Rodriguez will have to hit, and he will be using pitcher hitting card number 1, as he's not a very good hitter. All right. Looking through the phone, it looks like everything is pretty much in place. Got the score sheet right here, but it's going to be off camera because there's just not enough room up here in the man cave. So I think everything is ready to go. There might be one little spot here that you can't see. If something falls there, I will move the dice. Do have the San Francisco Giant colored dice with the orange, black, and white. Got the game up on the computer so I can give you the in-season stats for all the players. There you see the lineups here for both teams, the benches and the bullpens. A couple of moves that were made. Matt Barnes is now in the bullpen for the Red Sox and Heath Hembry is not. And Hunter Strickland has taken the place in the Giant bullpen of Gene Machie. I think that's the only roster move that was made, other than Posey is now back, and so Sanchez, the other catcher, third catcher, is in the minors. All right, so game was played May the 7th, 2015. Again, Red Sox 12-9, Giants 6-15. Injury check for both pitchers. Rodriguez is a 6-12, and Tim Hudson is a 6-11. All right, so Tim Hudson finishing up the warm-up tosses. And he'll be facing Jackie Bradley, who's been on a tear since being promoted to the leadoff spot. He was well under 200. He is now hitting 294. 3 homers, 6 runs driven in on the season for Tim Hudson. He's 1-2, 3.04 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 24 hits, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. So interesting, he has more walks than he does strikeouts. That's usually not a good sign for a pitcher. We'll see if that affects him here. All right, we are ready to go. Series 8, matchup number 4. Matchup 5 will have the Phillies against the Astros, and that will finish up Series 8. And then I'll play the other games in Series 8 offline. Then we'll start Series 9, which after Series 9 is over, it's going to be the halfway point of the season. So, all right. Tim Hudson, and I will when we finish Series 9, I will do an extensive statistical video just to show the stats, standings, team stats, individual stats, and so forth of where we are at the halfway point. But right now, we're starting Series 8, matchup 4, Jackie Bradley Jr. against Tim Hudson. It's a 2-5, and that's a Bradley again from the leadoff spot is enjoying it. 1-5 is a home run. 17, though, he'll have to settle, if you want, in air quotes, he'll have to settle with a double. But again, Jackie Bradley, ever since being moved from the 9-hole to the leadoff spot, has really been enjoying himself. He will have to be held. He's a decent, pretty good runner, so they're not going to just ignore him at second base. And that'll bring up Dustin Pedroia, second baseman. Pedroia on the replay is hitting 286, 2 homers and 10 runs driven in. Hudson 1-7 to Pedroia. Ground ball shortstop with the plus sign, and since they're holding Bradley on, that's a two base single. So Bradley will score. That's the bugaboo of holding the runner on, but you just don't give him a free base, or you don't get him a big jump to score on a base hit. But he scores right here as Pedroia singles it past the holding runner, where Crawford was holding the runner on, and snuck it by him. And it's quickly a 1-0 ball game. Just that fast before the seats are even warmed up. And here is Mookie Betts Pedroia as a runner at first base. He's a D stealer. He will not be held. He stole 2 bases on the season, was caught twice, so they will not hold him on. And Betts hitting only .210, a homer and 6 runs driven in. 5-3, and that is a home run chance, 1-12. He does have normal power. That's a 17 though, so it's going to be a fly to left instead for out number 1, and Hudson just escaped potential disaster. One down for Big Poppy, who's got to play first base today with no DH. So Poppy is up. 4-8, and that's a 1 for a triple. Anything else will be a single, 2 stars. Can't imagine him getting a triple. And he didn't. It's a single, 2 stars as Ortiz gets the base hit. Pedroia will take third. And the Red Sox have more cooking here in the top of the first before Hudson can get on track. Ortiz with the big base hit. Ortiz entered the game hitting .303, 4 homers and 13 driven in. And of course that average will now go up. Ortiz will not be held at first, obviously. Xander Bogaerts will be up. Infield is at double play depth, trying to turn 2. 3-8, and that's a ground ball shortstop plus, but they weren't holding the runners on, so that plus will turn to a double play. 6-4-3. So the fact that Ortiz doesn't run well, they didn't have to hold him on, saved the day there, saved their bacon. And the Red Sox come away with a run, but the Giants, in all honesty, very lucky to only give up the 1 run. The double play took care of that. Pitcher's best friend. And at the end of half an inning, it's the Red Sox 1, the Giants coming to bat. And it will be left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the Red Sox. It's his turn in the rotation. On the season, Rodriguez is 1-0 with a 2.35 ERA, 15 innings pitched, 20 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. And switch hitting center fielder Angel Pagan will lead things off for the Giants. He's hitting .224, no homers and 1 driven in. 6-4, and that's a ground ball shortstop X. That's Bogaerts. And Bogaerts defensively is a 2. 2 and a 16 is a good play. So Bogaerts makes the play, flips to Ortiz for 1 away. That'll bring up Joe Panik, second baseman. Panik on the replay is hitting .297, no homers, 7 driven in. 1-4, and it's a ground ball right back to Rodriguez for easy out number 2. Rodriguez having a much easier time than his counterpart Hudson did in the first inning. And that'll bring up Buster Posey, his return to the lineup after being injured. And on the season, Posey's only hitting a .164, a homer and 5 runs driven in. One of the reasons why the Giants are 6-15 to this point. 6-8, and that's a ground ball to third. That's going to end the inning as the Panda throws over to Poppy. And that's going to end the inning on a 1-2-3 basis. 3 ground outs, 3 easy ground outs. And at the end of 1, it's 1-0 Red Sox. Here from San Francisco. Hudson back out. He'll be facing the Panda to start things off. And the Panda on the replay is only hitting a .190, 2 homers and 6 runs driven in. 5-8, switch hitter batting left. It's a ground ball second base X. That's Joe Panik. Panik's a 1. 1 and a 15 is good. That's 1 away. 1 down for Travis Shaw, who's now in left field for this game, thanks to the injury to Ramirez. They needed a left fielder, and Shaw fills the bill, even though he's not very good in left field. Obviously, he's a 5+2 with an E16, but he liked his bat. So I'm sure they would probably, later in the game, if they got a lead, they will probably bring in either Nava or Castillo for defensive purposes. But right now, they're going to let Shaw try to use his bat. Shaw on the replay is hitting .259, a homer and 4 runs driven in. 6-7, and there you go. Shaw gets the big base hit on a 6-7. 6-7 is a 1-2 double, 3-20 single. That's a single for Travis Shaw. That's why he's in there. Get those base hits. That'll bring up Blake Swihart, the catcher. Swihart really struggling in just 22 at-bats. He's hitting .091, a homer and 3 runs driven in. Infield will be playing double play depth. They will not hold Shaw on. Swihart, 6'5", switch hitter batting left. 6'5" to fly to right. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Eduardo Rodriguez, who will be using pitcher hitting card number 1. So he's probably looking for something off of Hudson's card to have a chance. But it's off his own card. 312, he's going to fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Sox here in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0 Red Sox. And it'll be Hunter Pence taking on Eduardo Rodriguez to start the second. Pence on the replay. He is hitting .270, no homers and 7 driven in. 6'8" against a right-hander. That's a ground ball to third. Sandoval throws over to Ortiz, and that's 4 straight ground outs to start the game for Rodriguez. He's got the ground ball working. Here's Brandon Belt, first baseman. Belt hitting .243, 3 homers, 7 driven in. Lefty on lefty matchup. 4-6, and that's a strikeout. So Rodriguez puts the K on Belt. 2 down for Matt Duffy, third baseman. Duffy hitting .258, a homer and 8 driven in. 4-10 against a right-hander. A fly ball center field X. That is Mookie Betts. Betts is a 2. 2 and a 5 should be okay. Double check it. For a center fielder, a 2 and a 5 is a fly ball B, which is good enough. So Betts takes care of Duffy and the Giants. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the third. Still 1-0 Red Sox. And we're back to the top of the order for Jackie Bradley. Bradley doubled and scored his first time up as he continues his hot hitting. He is now up to .308 on the season. And he was, like I said, was in the hundreds not that long ago, hitting in the 9th spot. But once Betts got hurt, he took over the leadoff spot. He has flourished ever since. And I don't think he's looking to relinquish that leadoff spot anytime soon. 4-7, and that's a walk. So Bradley, again, doing what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do, get on base. Whether it's by hit or by walk, they don't care. He gets on base. He will have to be held. He did steal 3 bases without being caught, but he's not much of a, doesn't usually run that often. And Posey is back there with a -2 arm. So C. Steeler would be not a good chance for him. Start him as a 13, being held makes him a 10, then -2 would be an 8. So they will hold him there for Dustin Pedroia. 6-7, and that's a single to right field. Bradley most likely will get the call to get to third base. He's a 14 runner, being held as a 13, but you add 2 going from first base to third base on a ball hit to right field, gives him a 16. Right fielder Arm Pence is a -1, is a 15. So they're going to send him. It's in 16, he got thrown out. Thrown out. How about that? Bradley trying to get greedy, got thrown out going to third. Pedroia did single, but he's going to be out 9, Dolly Parton style, 9-5. How about that? So he is out 9-5. Pedroia is the new runner at first base. He will not be held. And Mookie Betts the batter. 2-7, and that's a 1-7 double. 8-20 is a single. 2 stars either way. That's a 19. It's 2 stars. So Pedroia goes to third on the base hit by Mookie Betts. And the Red Sox continue to threaten again. Runners at the corners. And how big was that thrown out of Bradley? That really save their bacon, but they're still in trouble because runners on the corners and only one out. And now you got Big Papi coming up. He is a double play candidate though, so the infield is playing back for a double play. It's a 3-7, and 1 to 5 is a double. Anything else will be a sacrifice fly to center. 1 to 5 is a double. That's a 9, so it's a sacrifice fly to Pagan. Pedroia trots in from third. And the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead on the sacrifice fly. Off the bat of Big Papi. Give him another RBI, and that brings up Xander Bogaerts. Mookie Betts at first now. Would he be? He's an A stealer. They could try to run him and get him in scoring position. A stealer starts at a 15, being held with some 13. Posey's a -2 is an 11. Do they want to send him on a 1 to an 11? No, they're going to hold him, let Bogaerts swing away. 3-8, and he flies to center to end the inning. So the inning's over, but the Red Sox do take the lead, or extend the lead to 2-0. On the sacrifice fly by Ortiz. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Boston. And Giants' woes continue. Here's Brandon Crawford to lead it off for the Giants. Crawford on the replay. He's hitting .221, 4 homers and 8 driven in. That's a 2-9 for Crawford and struck him out. Oh, I'm sorry, looking against the righty. 2-9, yeah, still a strikeout against the lefty as well. So either way you went, he struck out. So there's one away for Nori Aoki, the left fielder. And Aoki on the replay, hitting .219, no homers and 3 driven in. 6'10", and again his injury check is 6'12". 6'10" is a ground ball third base X. That's Sandoval. That could be problems. He's a 4. 4 and 18 though, I do believe is okay. Check the chart. 4 and an 18 is a ground ball C, which is good enough. That's all they needed. Sandoval makes the play. 2 down for the pitcher Tim Hudson. And on the 15th season, he was a 184 hitter with 1 home run. But coming up now with the 2 outs and the bases clear, not much going on. 2-9, he will strike out to end the inning. So that didn't take long. Eduardo Rodriguez has retired all 9 he has faced to start the game. And it's 2-0 Boston as we go to the 4th. Like I keep hitting this thing, it's messing it up, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's not too crooked. Let me see. Check it out. It looks like it's a little bit on the crooked side, so let's move it around a bit. All right, Tim Hudson. They'll be facing the Panda. Sandoval grounded to second his first trip. It's 2-11, and he's going to draw a leadoff walk, and he will not be held. He does not run well at all. So they don't call him the Panda for nothing. So Sandoval will draw the leadoff walk. And now I can't find his card, or his little thingy for some reason. His little running thingy is missing from my stack. Not sure how that happened. Let me see if I can. Oh no, there it is. It was right in front of me. It was a snake. It would have bit me. It's right there. Sandoval is right there with a leadoff walk. So that'll bring up Travis Shaw. Giants hoping to turn a double play. Of course, Sandoval not being held, as I said. And Hudson needs a ground ball in the worst way. 5-12. Doesn't get it. That's a possible home run on a 1-6. Anything else, he flies to right. But a 1-6, we got a 2-run homer. That's a 4. It is gone. A 2-run homer for Travis Shaw. And just like that, it is 4-0. Favor the Red Sox, and Tim Hudson may not be long for this ball game. That's why Shaw's in there, not for his defense, but for his bat. And he comes through a single and now a home run. And it's a 4-1 Boston lead for the catcher Blake Swihart. 6-8, switch hitter batting left. That is a single, so Blake Swihart, and the hits continue. The hits continue. Rodriguez will be coming up to bat. He is a B bunter, becomes a C bunter. So they will have him bunt. Try to get Swihart into scoring position. C bunter and an 8 on the bunt chart. Let's go to the advanced sacrifice chart. A C and an 8 is batters thrown out by first baseman, runners advance. So there you go. Sacrifice goes 3-4 with Swihart taking second base. So Swihart moves up, productive out by Rodriguez. So not only is he pitching well, but he is helping his own cause, moving the runner up with 1 out for Jackie Bradley. Bradley has doubled and walked. Of course, Swihart not being held at second. 3-6, and that's a strikeout. So a big strikeout there for Hudson to get Bradley. Bradley's had 3 at-bats in 4 innings already. That tells you what kind of day it is for Hudson. Here's Pedroia. 6-9, ground ball shortstop X. That's Crawford, who is a 1. 1-18 will end the inning. He makes the good play to end the inning. But 2 runs come in for the Red Sox to make it a 4-1 lead. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. And Rodriguez has been given a gift of a 4-0 lead to work with. Actually, Betts will lead off next inning, so let's put that there. Here's Pagan, top of the order. Grounded to short his first trip. 6-6 against a switch hitter batting right is a base hit, so as the old saying goes, there goes the no-hitter here in the top of the 4th. Not that it was any big deal that he was going to get a no-hitter, but as long as it's in play, you don't say anything. But now Giants finally have their first base runner of the game. Down 4-0, he's not even thinking about running. They will hold him on, though. I'm going to give him a free base. Here's Panic. 5-9. That's a fly to center, 1 down. Didn't even put Panic up there, but he didn't even need it because it came off Rodriguez's card. Now that brings up Posey. 3-8 for Posey. That's a fly to left, 2 down. So Rodriguez taking care of business here after that leadoff single. Brings up Hunter Pence. And the way the Giants offense is, the 4 runs seems almost insurmountable. 5-10 against a righty is a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So Rodriguez, 4 solid innings, no trouble at all. Go to the 5th, still 4-0 rather. Favor the Red Sox. Hudson will come back out, and we'll be facing Mookie Betts. It'll be Betts, Ortiz, and Bogarts due up for the Red Sox here in the 5th. 6-7, and that's a single for Mookie Betts. So yet the hit parade continues for the Red Sox. They stroke another leadoff hit. So that makes 4 of the first 5 innings the leadoff man has reached. 9 hits already for the Red Sox. Betts will be held but won't go anywhere. For the 4-0 lead, they're content to let Ortiz do the pounding. Whoops, Suadice. We'll re-roll that. 5-8. Ground ball second base X. That's Panic. Could be a double play turn. 19. That will be a double play. That's a ground ball A on a number 1 rated second baseman. So that will be a 4-6-3 double play. And that certainly helps Hudson out of a potential mess here in this inning. Clears the bases with 2 outs. And it sends up Bogarts. Bogarts grounded to a double play and flew to center. He's 0 for 2. 6-6 struck him out. Not tired. Hudson's not tired, so strikeout will be good. And the inning's over. So finally a 0 goes on the board for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 4-zip. And Rodriguez back out will be facing Brandon Belt. Belt, his first time up, struck out. 3-8 for Belt. Struck him out again. So the strikeouts and the struggles continue for the Giants. And that brings up third baseman Matt Duffy. And Bruce Bochy just can't find a combination that works offensively to get him some runs. 111. That's a base hit for Duffy, so Duffy gets a 1-out single. Only the second hit of the game by the Giants belongs to Matt Duffy. And that'll bring up Brandon Crawford. Duffy will be held, but won't go anywhere. Crawford, 4-5, lefty on lefty. He's a ground ball second base B. It's a fielder's choice, so Duffy will be erased. And Crawford will be the new runner at first base on the 4-6 fielder's choice. And that brings up Aoki. Hudson is on deck, so they would probably pinch hit for him if they were able to get another runner on base. I imagine they would pinch it for him, but Aoki's got to reach first. Crawford not being held. 1-3 is a ground ball to first. It's a C, so we're going to say that Ortiz fields it and flips to Rodriguez covering to end the inning. So 5 innings are in the books. And it's still 4-0 Red Sox. This is the point of weakness inning for Tim Hudson. Keep track of that. Point of weakness inning for both pitchers will be coming up, actually. Here's Sandoval, the Panda. Grounded to second and has walked. 2-5, and that's going to be a ground ball right back to Hudson. 1 away. 1 down. And that sends up Travis Shaw, who is singled and homered. He's in there because of his bat, not his defense. 4-6, and he will single. So yet another hit. 3 for 3 for Travis Shaw. And like I said, you can see why he's in there. Even though he's a 5 rated defender, he can hit. So they want his bat in the lineup. He is now 3 for 3. And it sends up Blake Swihart, the catcher. Shaw not being held. 3-5, and that's a strikeout of Swihart, out number 2. And that brings up Rodriguez off pitcher hitting card number 1. And up 4-0. You're certainly not pinch hitting for him. It's off actually the pitcher card, 4-9, and that's a fly to left to end the inning. So Hudson does make it through 6, and he will be lifted for a pinch hitter in the bottom half. But he's going to go 6 innings and give up 4 runs after facing 27 batters. And that will be all for Mr. Hudson. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Rodriguez is back out, and we will get a pinch hitter for Hudson. It looks like it will be McGee, the right-hander. Actually, it won't be McGee. It'll be Justin Maxwell. Take that back. It will be Justin Maxwell who will hit. Justin Maxwell will pick up a bat and hit. And I'll get the numbers for Maxwell on the replay. See what he has done. Maxwell on the replay is hitting .250. He's 4 for 16. No homers and no runs driven in. So Maxwell, first pinch hitter used in the game, and we'll need a new pitcher for the Giants as well. And it looks like it's going to be Hunter Strickland. He's going to make his debut. He will make the debut in the 7th inning. 111 for Maxwell, and he flies to right. 1 down. So 1 away. Back to the top of the order for Pagan. And Pagan, 1 for 2. He's got one of the singles. 2-9, and he strikes out this. He strikes out this time for out number 2. 2 down for Joe Panic, and the Giant offense is still very much dormant, as it's been most of the season. 5-6, and that's a potential home run, but he does have normal power. So 1-17 would be a home run for Joe Panic. And it is gone. Joe Panic homers his first home run of the season. RBI number 8, and the Giants are finally on the board. And it took a 2-out solo homer from Joe Panic to get it done. Unfortunately for the Giants, no one was on base. But it does at least get the goose egg off the scoreboard. And here's Buster Posey. He's 0 for 2. 2-5, and he's 0 for 3 as he grounds to third to end the inning. But the Giants, that tells you how bad their season is. If they score a run, they get ecstatic. So they're on the scoreboard, but they trail it 4-1 as we go to the top of the 7th, and Hunter Strickland will be your new pitcher for the Giants. Or will it be Hunter Strickland? No, it won't be Hunter Strickland. I take that back. They will go with George Contos. He hasn't pitched in a while, so they're going to go with George Contos instead. So Contos will get the call to come on. So I need to get his card out. And Rodriguez will keep pitching as long as he's effective. So Contos is on for the Giants, and on the replay, Contos is 0-0 with a 1.04 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 6 hits, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. So the pitching for the Giants has been pretty good, in all honesty. It's just their offense has been anemic. That's been the whole issue, is their offense. So when you run into those kind of problems, what are you going to do? All right, top of the 7th. Top of the 7th we go. It will be the top of the order. Jackie Bradley lead off against Contos. 5-4, and that is a catcher X. That's Posey. Posey is a 1. 1-20, and that is, I believe, a foul out, but I'll double check it. 1-20 is a foul out, so easy play, 1 down to start the 7th. Brings up Pedroia. And for Pedroia, he's 2 for 3, couple of singles and a run scored. 2-8. He's going to ground it right back to Contos. That is out number 2. And it brings up Mookie, you bets. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 3-6, and he's going to fly to center to end the inning. Messed up my little thing again. But that's going to do it. Contos pitches a 1-2-3 inning, so he certainly is going to come back for inning number 8, I do believe. As that 3-6 turned out to be a fly to center that put away by Pagan to end the inning. So we're going to go to the 7th inning stretch with the score 4-1 Red Sox. And I'm going to stand up and stretch myself. And I invite everyone else to stand up and sing as we go to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Alrighty, 7th inning stretch is complete. And Mr. Rodriguez is going to stay out there. Why not? He does have that one ding on his point of weakness, that home run from Panic, but other than that, he's in good shape. Hunter Pence will lead things off. And for Pence, he is 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and fly to center. Trying to get something started for the Giants. 3-4 against the lefty. He's going to ground it to third, and Sandoval will throw to Ortiz. 1 away. So 1 down for Brandon Belt. Belt struck out twice, 0 for 2 against the lefty. To 1-9, and he will fly to left. That's out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Matt Duffy. .39 for Duffy, and he grounds to short. Bogarts has it, throws to first. The inning's over. Rodriguez completes 7 with no issues whatsoever. We go to the top of the 8th, still 4-1 ball game. I mean, 4-1, you think you're in the ball, you're still in the ball game, but the way the Giants' offense is, it feels like they're down by 6 or 7 runs. Cantos is back out. He'll be facing Ortiz, Bogarts, and Sandoval to start the 8th. .44, and as they fly to center, 1 away. Hauled in by Pagan. That brings up Xander Bogarts. 4-4, and from the right side, it's a fly to left. So fly to center and a fly to left. I think they were both 4-4 results, if I'm not mistaken. And with 2 quick outs, here's the Panda, Pablo Sandoval. 5-7, and that's a 1-5 is a home run. And 6-20, he flies to right field. Pence will grab it. Pence grabs it at the track. So no McCovey Cove shot here, and the inning is over. So fly to center, fly to left, and a fly to right. So Cantos pitches 2 solid innings of relief. He will come out because his turn is third this inning at bat. So he's going to go 2 innings. Gives them what they needed. Does Cantos. Gives them 2 innings. And he faced the minimum 6 batters. He got everybody out that he faced. Retired all 6 batters he faced. So now Rodriguez will be facing Crawford, Aoki, and a pinch hitter for Hudson, which almost assuredly will be McGee. So right now it is going to be Brandon Crawford, lefty on lefty. 5-8, that's a strikeout. So Rodriguez with the K brings up Aoki. And they really don't have much on the bench to pinch hit with Aoki. I mean, Blanco's a lefty, he's not very good. Andrianza is a marginal hitter, and Suzek's your backup catcher. So not a whole lot to work with. 4-7, that's a base hit though for Aoki. In fact, 1-10 will be a double. It is, it's a double for Aoki. So maybe the Giants can get something going here in the bottom of the 8th. A 1-out double, and Casey McGee will come in and pinch hit for the pitcher Cantos. With Aoki at second and 1 down, they will go to McGee. And on the season replay, Casey McGee is hitting .263, no homers and 2 runs driven in. So we need to get Casey McGee's card out here. That would help, wouldn't it? There he is. 5-12, ground ball pitcher X. He's a 3 E24, so he's a 3. 3 and a 9, and it usually goes to an error check on a pitcher most of the time. Very few range checks. This is no different, so he is an E24. And that's a 3 for a pitcher. E24 and a 3 is a 1 base error, so Rodriguez boots it. E1. Error on the pitcher. And that puts runners at the corners. With still only 1 away. So McGee is at first. With Aoki at third. Now the bullpen for the Red Sox is active. And they do have right-handed action. They do have, let's see, who they want to list out here. They have Junichi Tozawa loosening in the bullpen. Tozawa is loosening in the bullpen. Infield double play depth, McGee will not be held. Here's Pagan. 6-7, Pagan's a switch hitter batting right. 6-7, the ground ball, second base X. That is Pedroia. Pedroia is a 2. 2 and a 16 might be a double play. 2 and a 16 is a ground ball A. It's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. And that's going to do it. That one hurt. So a 4-6-3 double play ends the inning. And the Giant threat has been extinguished. So Rodriguez is done in 8 innings. He did his 8 innings of work. And he will come out, and actually now Koji Urahara has begun to loosen in the bullpen, as it is a save situation for now. As we go to the 9th, it'll be Travis Shaw to lead it off. And of course, Rodriguez will be pinch hit for. But we need a new pitcher for the Giants, first of all. So they got Shaw, Swihart, so they're going to go to, I believe they're going to a left-hander in this case. Or do they want to? Let's see what they want to do here. Actually, no, they're going to Sergio Romo. So Sergio Romo will be coming on. So Pagan, unfortunately, had a chance to get it done, but didn't quite do it. Hitting into the 4-6-3 double play. And now, new pitcher is on for the Giants. It is Sergio Romo. And Romo on the replay, 1-0 with a 5.87 ERA, 8 innings pitched, 12 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And he'll be facing Travis Shaw. And they will make a defensive replacement for Shaw in the bottom half of the 9th, but they want his bat right now for the top of the 9th, as Shaw is 3 for 3. 5-7, and he's making 4 for 4. He just doubles. He's a triple away from the cycle, but he just doubles. A leadoff double for Travis Shaw. And they will actually take him out. He will not run. They will bring in a pinch hitter, a pinch runner for him, actually. So the pinch runner will be, let's see who they want to use to pinch run. It will be, well, nobody runs very well on the team, on the bench. Brock Holt's the best runner they have on the bench. But I think the better defender is Rusney Castillo. So they're going to use Rusney Castillo. He will run and stay in the game to play left field. So Rusney Castillo will actually be the runner, as he will get pinch hit for, or pinch run for, rather, will Shaw, with the Castillo pinch running. And that brings up Swihart. So Castillo will take over in left field. And a pinch hitter, Brock Holt, is loosening or swinging a bat on the bench. He would pinch hit for the pitcher, Rodriguez. I'm sorry, for the pitcher, Rodriguez, who went 8 innings. Very good 8 innings, as a matter of fact, facing 28 batters. So Urahara loosening the bullpen could be coming in for the save, but if the Red Sox score another run here, there won't be a save situation. They might bring in someone else. They might even bring in Matt Barnes, the newly brought up Matt Barnes. We'll see. Right now it's Swihart. Castillo not being held. 6-11. Look, I check Romo for an injury, because that could be an injury check for Romo. 6-11. I hate to see one of his first batter's face would be an injury, but you never know. Romo is a 0, though. He cannot be injured. So fortunately for him, he cannot be injured. 6-11. Unfortunately for him, it's a single 2 stars against a switch hitter batting left, so Castillo will score. It is now no longer a safe situation, so now Urahara has sat down, and Matt Barnes is now loosening in the bullpen. So Swihart singles in the run, and now we'll get the pinch hitter, the aforementioned Brock Holt. So Brock Holt will come on to pinch hit. Brock Holt. Brock Holt is pinch hitting. Swihart, of course, not being held. 6-8 against the lefty, and that's a double to center field. Swihart will stop at third base, but a pinch hit double for Brock Holt. And the hit parade, doesn't matter who the Red Sox throw out there, they just hit the ball. That's a big pinch hit double for Holt. Pinch hit double. Pinch hit double for Brock Holt. Pinch hit double for Brock Holt. And I forgot to even mention, didn't even get a chance to mention on the replay, Holt is hitting .238 with no homers and 2 runs driven in. But he does get the double. And Romo is now tired. And with the lefty coming up, they're going to go to lefty out of the bullpen. They will turn to Jeremy Affeldt, I do believe. Or is it going to be Lopez? Actually, it's going to be Javier Lopez. So Javier Lopez is on, the lefty, as Romo couldn't get it done. Romo didn't last very long, actually. In fact, he didn't get anybody out. Faced 3 batters, gave up 2 doubles and a single. So obviously not a good outing for Romo. And Javier Lopez is on to face Jackie Bradley. Infield is in, obviously. And Lopez on the replay is 1-0 with an ERA of 5.40. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Infield is in with nobody out. 1-8, and that's a strikeout. That's huge. Huge strikeout there. By Lopez for 1 away. And here's Pedroia. Infield still in with Pedroia up. It's a 1-7, and that cost him, the infield being in cost him. That's a 1-7 with a ground ball shortstop A+. Both runs will score. All 3 runs are going to be charged to Romo, and that just blew the game wide open. But you had to play the infield in. I mean, you just couldn't give up any more runs on a cheap ground ball. But they ended up giving up with them holding the runners. That's the danger in holding the runners in the advanced game. Super advanced may not have been that way because the runner may not have been responsible for holding the runner on. So wait a minute, 1-7. I read that wrong, my bad. I was looking at the right-hand side. Lopez is a lefty. 1-7 is actually a walk. So take that back. 86 all that. It is a walk. The runs do not score. They have to go back on base. So my bad. Good thing I caught that because I was looking at the right-hand side on a 1-7 instead of the left. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at 2-7. I was right the first time. I probably did look at the left side and just didn't even realize it. But 3 runs are now in. So I was right the first time. My bad. Again. I had it right, thought I had it wrong, but I actually had it right to begin with. So let's just go back to what I had before because that was correct. It is now 7-1. Unfortunately for the Giants, this game is now officially out of hand on the RBI single. So that'll bring up Mookie Betts. 2-11 for Betts against the lefty. That's a 1-12 home run. 20 though is going to be a deep fly to left. Hauled in out there by Aoki for out number 2. So that saved a lot of embarrassment there. That could have been a whole lot worse. Matt Barnes will be the new pitcher for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th. Big Papi will stand in to hit. Actually, he's going to be called back. They're going to call back Papi. They're going to give Mike Napoli an at-bat. So Mike Napoli against the lefty will come in and get a bat, and he'll play first base. He's a better first baseman. So Napoli will come in for defensive purposes against, for Ortiz. All right, so Napoli gets the pinch hitting call. When it's 7-1, you can pretty much do what you want, but I think that's, even in a close game, would be a decent move. Napoli is only hitting the 169, a homer and 8 runs driven in. 5-9, and that's a strikeout. He's not tired. Lopez is not tired yet. So the strikeout is good, and the inning's over. But 3 runs are in. Damage done. 7-1 our score. And Matt Barnes will be the new pitcher for the Red Sox to look to close this game out. He will be making his season debut on the 2015 season itself. Let's check what his numbers were, because I have no replay numbers, obviously. So Matt Barnes on the 2015 season was 3-4 with a 5.44 ERA. He did start 2 games, but he also had a relief rating, long relief rating. But they just want to get his feet wet, and a good time to do it in a blowout. So Matt Barnes it is. And of course Napoli will stay in the game to play first base. And we already have the left fielder Castillo, who pinch ran for Shaw. All right, so Joe Panik will lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th. Unfortunately for the Giants, they trail it 7-1. And unfortunately, it's been a second game in a row where it's been kind of a blowout. Although the Mariners did give it at least a token comeback in their game, but Giants have an uphill battle. 1-4 is a ground ball right back to Barnes, 1 away. And it looks like the beginning of the end for the Giants. They're going to fall to 6-16. Here's Buster Posey. 6-7 on Barnes. It will be a base hit for Posey. He needs a 1-4 for a double. And he got it. So it's double for Buster Posey. So at least a small bright spot for Posey in his first game back from injury as he cracks a double. And that'll bring up Hunter Pence. Posey obviously not being held. Pence, 6-10. We'll check Barnes for an injury to make sure he's not injured on a 6-10. Let's check Barnes. Barnes, where are you? Barnes' rating is a 1, so he's a 6-12, so 6-10 is fine. 6-10 against Hunter Pence is a catcher X. That is Swihart. Swihart's a 4. 4 and an 8. Probably an error check. Nope, actually it's not. It's a pass ball and a pop out on a 4-8. So pass ball will send Posey to third, and then Pence will pop it out for the second out. So Red Sox will certainly take that with no problem. Posey does make third, but now there are 2 outs. Two down for Brandon Belt. 5-5, and that's a strikeout to end the ball game. Matt Barnes strikes him out, and the ball game is over. It is 7-1 your final. And I'll get the gory details in just a moment. But the Red Sox get well in a hurry against the Giants. Giants' woes continue. And I'll bring up the computer box score so we can get all the particulars and put a bow on this one. For the Red Sox, 7 runs on 14 hits. Let's move this over here so we can see it better, hopefully. 7 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. Giants 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Left on base 6 and 4. So there's your final line score. Winning pitcher was Rodriguez. He is now 2-0. And the losing pitcher is Hudson. He is now 1-3. Home runs in the game. Shaw is second and Panik his first. And it is doldrums again for the Giants as their offensive woes continue. And Bruce Bochy will have to have a team meeting or something to try to figure out what's going on. They dropped to 6-16. The Red Sox dropped, or improved rather, to 13-9. And as I look at the standings in the computer, we still have two more teams to play their 22nd game, Philadelphia and Houston. But other than that, Cleveland's 15-7. They have a 2-game lead on Boston and the Mets, who are tied at 13-9. Seattle and Cincinnati are tied at 12-10, 3 games back. Tampa Bay and Arizona are tied at 11-11, 4 games back. Houston is playing Philadelphia. They are 10-11, so if Houston wins, they would be 11-11 as well. And Philadelphia, if they lose, will drop to 6-16 and back into a tie for last place with the Giants. So that's that for this game. Series 8, matchup 4. Like I said, one more matchup in Series 8. It is the Phillies traveling to Houston to take on the Astros. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation of the Strat-O-Matic 2015 Demolition League. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, how you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.